the front end of these projects, we realised that we weren't going to be able to do this with our own existing council skill set and resources. We really had a couple of key decisions to make. Do we just farm out that whole project management process? Do we get a New South Wales Public Works or a private project management firm to run with that third party, and council continues on with business as usual, doing what we do with smaller projects? Or do we take the opportunity, because this does only come around once every so often, and actually put in place a transformational process for the rest of council's operation, running parallel to the way these projects have been running?
It was a real success story for Andrew and Kent and level of maturity to recognise that, establish a PMO, retain the control and focus and influence of the project delivery by having that team embedded to the site of council's main operation. That level of maturity to establish that capability here in town, locally, with all of that local influence, was really quite unique.
We started with a single project manager, a very experienced project manager, and then provided him with a project officer so really with the two of them started to develop the actual framework around how we were going to deliver these projects. How much of council's existing project management framework would we be able to utilise for these larger projects, and what would we need to use to augment from higher level project management techniques as a part of that.
Council established a project management team in the very early procurement planning and stages of our infrastructure delivery, and this actually started back in 2014. The team in which we had engaged has been very lean, and that is in terms of given the scale of these projects. So we adopted an innovative approach.
We're able to put more dollars and resource and effort in at the front end to build enough capacity internally with a fully fledged project management office, get expertise from the private world into council's own teams, the project manager, project engineers, site safety superintendents, guys that are highly qualified and multi-years of experience in these type of projects, but actually bring them into council's team as a part of council's operations.
Having that capable team that could stand and have an adult eye-to-eye conversation with John Hollands was very necessary, so that they knew they were dealing with someone at their level and could talk authoritatively and add value to the project delivery, not be hands-off.
Wherever you go in construction, in mining, in high-risk work environments, you probably see something that's basically comes back to zero harm. What that means is everybody goes home safely and you minimise the impact, the footprint, the harm done to the environment, to your neighbours or the next town where a lot of construction traffic has to come through. So that's the idea. It's just a requirement that you aim really high, because even then if you fall short a little bit, you're still much better than accepting that people will get injured.
A large focus on this project has been to use the local community and local engagement. I think what also that brings to the tier one contractor actually, I think, brings these local contractors up to a different level of contracting, allows them further opportunities. As more business moves to the regional areas, they have now been exposed and involved in these type of projects.
The local and regional spend, that was really important. So you have that money that went into the local community. That means more people got work, manufacturers, as well as construction workers, as well as industry partners such as surveyors, for example, or geotechnical quality assurance. What that then does is that in addition to the work they already have, they can now take on more people. So, job growth, but also knowledge growth.
Staff have been involved right through the process. So from the design phase, we had their input of what they would like to see in the plants. Right through the construction phase, they were out all the time seeing where things are put and how they were built. And into the commissioning stage where they've been on site learning how to run the plant as it's coming online and learning how to fix any problems as they arise.
While doing so, trying to bring as many of our existing internal council project managers and engineers and other other resources along for that same journey so that they start to get the experience and mentoring from some of these other more experienced project members throughout the process. Taking those tools and techniques we develop, mentoring our own people, and then also building that into a whole new council corporate system as well, around how we then develop and deliver capital projects into the future.